What's up, guys? We're continuing here with Chapter 4. We're going to be talking about exponents and division. So here's what you're going to be learning today: to divide powers with the same base and to simplify expressions with negative exponents. So make sure you copy all of this down. Dividing powers with the same base. It says to divide non-zero numbers or variables with the same non-zero base, subtract the exponents. So when we multiplied, we added them. When we divide, we subtract them. So 8, 5. Over 8 to the third is the same thing as 8 to the 5 minus 3, which is 8 squared. This is the way it's going to look algebraically. All right, let's keep going here. I just like mean humor. I don't know what's wrong with me. This made me laugh. Who's a good boy? Not you. Funny. All right, so dividing powers, it says write m to the 12th over m to the 5th using a single exponent. Just like the rule says, this is going to be the same thing as m to the 12 minus 5, which is equal to m to the 7th. That's it for this. All right, really, really simple there. Just m to the 7th. Subtract those two exponents. Super simple, shouldn't have a problem with that. Here's one for you to try. Go ahead. The answer will be up in 3, 2, 1. There you go. Really easy on that. Very, very straightforward. So let's keep moving on here. It says for any non-zero number a to the 0 power equals 1. For example, 9 to the 0 equals 1. Here's why this works, by the way. If I have 3 to the third, and I put that over 3 to the third, well, we know that any number over itself is equal to 1. But if I follow that exponent subtracting rule, then I get 3 to the 3 minus 3, which is equal to 3, 0. If this is equal to 1, and this is equal to this, which is equal to this, then this must be equal to 1. All right, so that's why anything to a 0 as an exponent is equal to 1. It's all based on that idea that the numerator and denominator, if they're the same number, then the value of that number is 1. All right, so expressions, simplify each expression. Very, very easy. Anytime you have anything to a 0 power equals 1. All right, so that negative 8 to the 0 is 1. This is going to be 3 times 1, which is equal to 3. That 0 exponent only goes with the m. It does not go with the 3. So be careful with that. There's a couple for you to try. The answers will be up in 3, 2, 1. All right, there are your answers. So hopefully you got the same thing. If not, go back and check your work. All right, negative exponents. It says for any non-zero number a, an integer n, a to the negative n is equal to 1 over a to the positive n. Notice that this goes from negative to positive, and it goes from being on the top of an assumed fraction to being on the bottom. An example of this would be 8 to the negative 5th is the same thing as 1 over 8 fifths. So here's how this plays out. It says simplify each expression. Well, this is going to be, according to my rule, 1 over 3 squared, which I could square that. So that's going to be, come on now, 1/9. All right, so a over, or 3 to the negative 2 is the same thing as 1 over 3 squared, equals the 3 squared becomes a 9. This one right here, because it's a variable, I can't do anything else with it. I don't know what's going on with my little drawing thing here, but it's not working right. Equals y to the positive 6. All right, so it goes to the bottom of a fraction, and you make the exponent positive. Here's one for you to try. Answer will be up at 3, 2, 1. All right, here's what I got. So hopefully you got the same thing. Be careful on this one. This is negative 2 times negative 2, which is negative 2, which is going to make the whole number negative. So be careful with that and make sure that you are paying attention. And here, there's more than one way to work with these two things. So we're going to just walk through this very, very quickly. Method 1 would be when you just move this according to the way it goes. So in other words, instead of having 4 thirds times 4 to the negative 5th, I'd have 4 thirds times 1 to the 4 over 5, which equals 4 thirds over 4 fifths, which if I follow my rules is going to be the same thing as 4 to the negative 2, because that's 3 minus 5, which equals 1 over 4 squared, which is equal to 1/16. That's one method, and this would be where you go ahead and change this at the beginning. The other method would be to, since you're multiplying, add them right from the beginning. So I'd have 4/3 plus -5, which is going to equal 4 to the -2, which we already know from that other one is 1/4 squared, which is 1/16. I don't really care which method or which way you think of it, just as long as you come out with that solution. This is probably the way I would go if I'm doing the problem. But again, you could do whichever way you're more comfortable with. And that's it today. So short video. Make sure you took good notes. I'll see you in class.